Well, good morning, everyone. It is 8:28 in the morning here in Decatur, Illinois. And I thought I'd go live early, 2 hours early, in fact, than I normally do. And I'm drinking another cup of coffee. In fact, I got Cobrat's, let me get this out of here. Cobrat's cup. I used to start my live streams off with showing a cup of coffee and showing what cup I'm drinking out of, and I quit doing that, and I think I'm going to bring it back during these live streams. So I know I've been missing in action in a lot of things. I got a lot of things coming up here in the near future, and I'm trying to get my YouTube business going. And you hear me saying Pinkfish Studios a lot, and that's actually my business name. So this is my certificate of when I had put in for my assumed business name. And yes, it does have my address on it. And there it is, people. There's my address. There's my business name. So I don't care if you know where I live, because if you plan on coming here to do something evil, then you get a surprise out of that. So anyway, when you go to the county clerk's office and you put in for that, and I think I paid $30-some. I can't remember what it was. Well, good morning, Mambo. It's okay. It's still early in the morning. So anyway, I went to, instead of going to the main newspaper company, because you got to have it published 3 times, and this is where I went. Right here, Decatur Tribune. It's a smaller paper. They talk mainly about Decatur. And so, I don't know if I can point it out, but right there is my publication. Now, I don't know how often this paper comes out. I don't know if it's a weekly thing or how it comes out, but it's supposed to be published in there for 3 weeks. And you know, I got a new chat thing. So what's weird is your name is in white, your words are in orange, because I made it orange, but still with this background I can barely see it. Now if well, let me go on this side. If I do that, I can see it. So I thought about taking these doors, just the doors, to my closet and painting them pink. And you're like, pink? Yes, pink. So the doors will be pink, and then my logo will go on that door. Now, if I don't do it that way, then I'm going to have a big sign made up of my logo, my Pinkfish Studio logo, which I may do it that way. I may not paint the doors pink, but it was just a thought. So I'm hoping this has been put in the paper 3 times, and then I will get a certificate stating that Pinkfish Studios is my business. Now, this isn't a place where people can go and purchase anything or do anything. It's just basically my bedroom, and because it's the quietest room in the house. That's why I do it in here, or I'd have to go outside or whatever. So I'm on a road to 1,000 subscribers so I can get monetized. I think I'm going to probably start doing more live streams like I'm supposed to be doing. So I've been sitting here trying to think of what can I do on my channel to get people to watch me, because obviously I don't get enough subscribers or anybody watching food reviews, so I stopped doing that. Debbie's thing, we did get a little bit more people watching hers. That last one we had put up, I really wasn't in the mood to film anything, so that's why I told her don't put me in it other than my hands. I was doing all the cooking, she was just doing all the talking, and there was a part in there where I was shaking the chicken, and she couldn't think about what I was shaking them in for some reason, and I said, bag. So I just sounded stupid and mean, and so I cut that part out. And like I said, I wasn't in the mood to be filmed, and so if we do another cooking one, maybe I'll be in a better mood, because I've been kind of down about my channel and thinking about what I could do to boost more people. So the food review thing is done. I have to take that logo out somehow and redo everything again. I probably will do coffee stuff, but I want to do it a little different, and I'm still thinking on that as well. So, but the business part, going back to that, because I get off track a lot, is I intend on starting a store with all my logos on it like everybody else does. And I'm going to have 2 places of stickers. So I'll have stickers done through Teespring if I decide to go through them. I can go through them, but I can't put anything up. How do you share this? Well, you go up underneath the picture where it says share, and you share it. That's how you do it. Here, I'll show you. Where it says share. Now, I do have a Facebook account. It is just under my name, John McKee, because they wouldn't let me use John McKee's World Network. So it's just under John McKee. Nobody has friended me yet on there. I've talked about it a couple times. It's up to you if you want to. It's just stuff strictly from this channel. That's it. I'm not posting anything else but stuff from this channel. My last video, I told my Instagram wrong because I forgot I changed it. So it used to be Drum in Motion 2. And now it's John / McKees with no apostrophe / world / network. That's how they made me do it. So that's how you find my Instagram now. If you're not subscribed to my Instagram, it's no longer. That's how you find my Instagram. Okay, you need to turn that down. If you're not subscribed to my Instagram.
Show me where it says share.
All right.
Because I don't see it.
You have to X this out, and there it is.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
So anyway, you opened up that door.
Oh, it's not supposed to be open?
No.
Jeannie's not up here. It ain't hurt nothing.
Where was I? So yeah, so there's a thing on Instagram where you can order stickers, and I thought about doing that, but to do that, if somebody wants one from there, then they got to send me a message with their address, and I have to post my PayPal, so that way I can do it that way. So everything's still in the works, but the biggest thing is to try to bring in people to watch my channel. So that's my biggest thing, of trying to figure out how do I attract people. So I was telling Debbie earlier today that it's easier for a woman to do YouTube than it is for a man, because a woman can, what I've seen on YouTube, I should say, I've seen them do what they call Ligo challenges. A Ligo in Tagalog is getting in the shower and taking a shower with your clothes on, of course, because you can't show nudity, even though they have, some of them have kind of taken their clothes off, but you still can't see anything. Because all they do is to show from here up, so just their head. And then, of course, women can do makeup tutorials, or they can do clothing things, put on different clothes, and show that. And of course, you know, both men and women can do cooking shows, and so yeah, it's just a little easier for a female to do a show than it is a guy. So now a guy would have to, if you're good at it, can do music, can do, you know, fix-it shows, can travel, and women can travel too, but they travel and show all the different places that you're traveling to, which I thought about doing that, but that's kind of hard when my truck is a piece of junk. So it's hard to travel around to different places because the differential on my truck needs the seals on the front and the back replaced because it's leaking. And I'm afraid if I go out of town, then all of a sudden my differential locks up and then I'm stuck. So I'm in deep thought of how this channel is going to go. So originally my channel was supposed to be about concerts. I couldn't do that because of copyright. Then I was gonna get on my bike, ride around on my bike so people can see things while I'm riding on my bike. Camera I was using wasn't very good, so that was kind of a short-lived thing. Once I get a GoPro and get the thing for the chest mount, then I could probably do a little bit of that. So then, you know, after being subscribed to and subscribed from Filipinos, I did a lot of things that they were doing, and but I don't really want to try and do what everybody else is doing. So I got to think of something different. I'll get there. So, but this is my studio. Since my wife is sitting across from me, I can't turn the camera around and show you what I'm looking at all the time when I'm sitting here. So,
you want to show them your pants?
Yeah, they'll see my pants. So,
No,
I mean, that's what I'm looking at. So, so I got one of those wardrobe things that you buy at the store, and all my work clothes are sitting on that thing. And, so that's what I see ahead of me. And so yeah, my studio's in my bedroom because it's the quietest room in the house. And so hopefully this coming week I will get my certificate if it's been in the paper 3 times, because like I said, I don't know how often this paper comes out. I don't know if it's a weekly thing or what. So hopefully it will come out. And Jenny over there, she's having a cow because she can't get to me.
Look at that kisses.
And I'm sure you can hear her. That's why I always have people want to make comments in my videos of what they would like to see from my channel. And maybe it's a little different. Of course, I'm not going to go take a shower and you watch me take a shower. Or you don't want to see that. And, well, morning, the J Vlog. It's been a while since I've seen you around.
No.
Now, you're not late. I think I started maybe 15 minutes ago. I'm actually quite early. I'm 2 hours early from when I normally do it. So I just decided to just get on early and get it over with, because I got, you know, the normal things I do on the weekends of cleaning and all that stuff. So but I'm trying out something different. I'm on Prism, and it lets you choose different, I don't know what they call it, you know, all your wording up here. So all the words are in orange. If you're a moderator, you're in white. It kind of looks white. Debbie kind of looks a little green on hers. And
on mine, it's blue.
And then everybody else, actually it keeps changing. So now Mambo is pink, and the J-Vlog is yellow. So maybe it constantly keeps changing. So, but I didn't know how long I was going to live stream today. I just thought I would just go ahead and do it. And I have to take my glasses off because it's nothing but a blur when I'm this close to the phone. So, but I hope everything is clear to you. And it should actually be in 1080p running off of Prism. So yeah, so I hope the volume and the sound and the picture is all good.
I can't know because you made me turn it down. But it was sounding good.
Now, I shaved this morning. Actually, I kind of trimmed it down, so I don't like it too long. I just like it kind of just there a little bit. It's actually turning whiter. Maybe that's because of wisdom. They say the whiter you are, the more wisdom that you get, so. Well, good, you know. Apple finally made a good phone. Yeah, so I'm running off, if you don't know, I'm running off the iPhone 13 Pro. And so far I've been happy with it. And except for down there in my office, because my office is at a basement, I thought maybe if I was going off of a different tower with a different company, then maybe everything would be great. But it's been pretty much the same sitting there at my desk. I have no signal, or very little signal, let me put it that way. So yeah, it sucks. So Jenny's over here whining and crying, and because she can't get to me, but she'll be all right. Yeah, nobody's gonna sit there and pet you, okay? At least I'm not gonna sit there and pet you. But yeah, this is my certificate that I got with my business name right there, and then I went out and finally found a paper, and right there is the publication to it. Now, Jenny, you're rocking my camera. But I'm using Cobrad's coffee cup this morning, and this is my second cup today. I think my first one was maybe 2 or 3 hours ago. So I've been busy kind of cleaning up my room and getting ready for this. And then I got other rooms I got to clean up today. And I'm doing my laundry like I do every Saturday. And you know, your wine is ruining my live stream. You realize that?
She's fine.
There, I touched you. I hit that boot button. What do you think of that? Should be all right. So other than that, I really didn't have much to talk about. That's why I don't do live streams much, because I don't really have a lot to talk about. Unless I'm out somewhere showing you something, and then I'm gabby. And that's because I have a lot to talk about. Now, Jenny, you're going to knock my camera over here.
I might have to take her out.
Wow.
Jenny Noel McKee. You're going to knock all Daddy's stuff off. He's going to throw us out. And then we can't stay.
So this is actually my table right here that I use. I bought this table here, and well, that's kind of neat. 4-second delay. So this is my table I use, and it's probably a something you eat. You can do anything on it, I guess. But anyway, normally I just have a bunch of stuff sitting on here when I'm not using it, and then I have to set it on my bed and get this back up here, and then it just gets pushed up against the door here, and but right now all that stuff is sitting on my bed, and yeah, she's something
Thanks,
else.
Mambo.
Crazy dog.
You ought to let him see Jenny.
Well, I had to turn the camera around if you want me to see her. Here, let me turn the camera around so you can see this dog. If I can turn it around here. All right. See, there's what I'm looking at right there. That's my work clothes. There's the dog. Debbie's hiding. And,
Shut, John.
here, let me pop this back up and go back to the front. So anyway, that was Jenny. So she's a pill. Yeah, it's not pointed at you now. You probably could have.
Stuff under this bed.
Well, it's your stuff, not mine. But I've noticed that Prism is starting to do a lot more stuff on there, and I don't do the background stuff that a lot of other people are using. I got one person I subscribe to. She always has a snow scene going, and because I guess she likes snow, but I hate snow. It's pretty to look at, and that's about it.
I like snow.
I don't like cold weather, and I don't like snow, and I don't like ice, and so on and so forth. So. But the leaves are changing outside, and I may have to end up chopping down my, I don't know if that's a Chinese maple, Japanese maple. I don't know what kind of maple tree that is, but I may have to end up cutting it down because it's half dead. And
say how much you're sad that our friend passed away, Jackie.
Oh. And so yeah, there's a lot going on, and then Debbie told me about Jackie Karanko passing away, and we're sad about that. We'll miss her, and I thought maybe Drew was going to do a little something on her, but maybe he's not going to do that. So, but
we may have missed it,
and unless he did it on his Patreon thing, which I'm not a part of anymore. So, and yeah, it's not 61 degrees Fahrenheit here. It's a lot cooler. I don't know what it is. It is here, so I guess I can look here in just a second. It is 47 degrees Fahrenheit here right now. So it's quite cool, and we'll move that over. I can now, see, I got iOS 15 on my tablet, and I love it because I can do split screen now. And let's see what the 10-day forecast is going to be here in old Decatur, Illinois. So we are supposed to be at a high of 56 degrees Fahrenheit and a 7% chance of rain. Tonight it's supposed to be 50 degrees Fahrenheit and a 94% chance of rain. It's supposed to rain tomorrow and be a high of 70. So that's probably why it's going to rain tomorrow. because the temperature is going to hit 70 degrees Fahrenheit. And then the rest of the week is going to be in the middle to high 50s Fahrenheit. So, yeah, cold weather's coming. They claim because of the Farmer's Almanac is saying that we're just going to be cold, that we're not going to have a lot of precipitation, which is fine by me. I don't mind it being cold. I just don't want no precipitation, especially ice, because we live in kind of a valley on the edge of town, and we have a hill to go up. And I've already gotten stuck on that hill twice, trying to go up it in the wintertime. Yeah, but I love this thing. I love how iOS 15 has now let me have a split screen. Now, it doesn't do that on the phone, but it will do it on my tablet, even though I have iOS 15 on my phone as well. So, this is my old phone that I had. This is an iPhone 6, and I may use this to do some filming, you know, if I want 2 views, and I'd have to tether off of that phone. It's like, hey, Drew, look, 2 phones. No, I'm just joking with you. But I'd have to tether off of that one when I'm out somewhere so I'd know where I'm going. So, yeah, you're a lot colder up there and where you're at. 28.4 degrees. Now, you could keep it. I hate cold weather. We have been running our furnace on and off, and I think it just shut off a while ago. But I don't even think it's that cold in here, so I don't know why it comes on. So, yeah, but this one here, it was talking about the Decatur Staleys. The last NFL game in Decatur was 100 years ago. So, right there is the original Chicago Bears team when it was called the Decatur Staleys. And they won their first game, 14-0. And they played Rock Island at the time. So, yeah. Maybe Chicago Bears today need to learn from that team. Of course, that's when they had very little protection and probably played a little harder than they do today. So Decatur has a lot of history. I think a lot of people are just kind of forgetting about it, and so on and so forth. So, but I got to get this. I got to get this certificate framed so it doesn't get torn or wrinkled or anything like that. And this here is a sign that you will see on the edge of town. So, we are the original home of the Chicago Bears when they used to be called the Chicago or the Decatur Staleys. And of course, I've showed you that mural downtown in a couple of live streams, and I'm walking down there. And actually, they played, when they moved to Chicago, they played the rest of the 1921 season at Chicago Cubs Wrigley Field until they got their field. So they were moving right along. Run.
I don't understand that. Who's running?
So I hope everybody's doing well, and we're just chugging right along. And I got shutdown coming up next month, so I'll be working pretty much every day for about 10 to 12 hour shifts. There might be some in there that I'll just work an 8-hour shift. All depends on how much I've got to do. And a lot of my work has gone off to contractors, so I don't have as much as I used to do. And not that they're trying to work me out of a job, but we have 2 buildings. I always say 3. Everybody says, what's the 3rd building? Well, we have our main building, original main building, and then they built another building next to it, well, connected it, and that is the new office area and the labs and stuff like that. So I call that another building, even though the east and west is all one building. I just call it 2 buildings. And then we have our distribution building out west that I go to, and that's where I do most of my work, because they've never had anybody who actually did anything out there. So I'm out there painting a lot and fixing whatever needs to be fixed. And I just yesterday was down in the basement working on a section of a wall that was so screwed up, and I did a lot of mudding on that wall, and I think I mudded it 3 times and sanded it down, primed it. Well, I mudded it, sanded it, primed it, mudded it again, sanded it, primed it, and then there was another part of the wall that I had to mud again, and then sanded that down yesterday and primed it, and then now I finally put my paint on there. So that part of the wall is done. Monday I'll go down there, and we got new signs for whatever room is off on the other side of that wall, and I'll install those signs next to the doors to let people know what's in that room. So then on the other section of that wall, I got a lot of stuff to move out, and then I got to paint and indoor repair that portion of the wall. And but the basement's pretty huge, so I got a lot of painting to do down there. And my boss had bought me some of these Milwaukee battery powered lights, and these things are bright, and because they got very little lighting down there, because that's where they do stuff where they can have very little lighting for what they're inspecting. So these things help out great for what I need them for. So it's a wonderful thing that he bought. Yeah, it is stupid cold up there, and it's just getting started. So that 20-some degrees is nothing compared to what it's going to get to. I'm sure it's going to be maybe 24 below. But I got a lot of things coming up, and hopefully my next live stream, I'll maybe go back to the park and see what leaves have changed. They are changing pretty fast. I probably should have done that today. I know the leaves outside my house are changing, and some of them have fallen off of my tulip tree because of not enough precipitation, so they basically just dried up and they're falling off. But my other trees, they're turning color, and my burning bush should be getting pretty dark in color right now. So in the autumn time, that's the great time to look at that bush out there, because it's a deep red color, and that's why it's called a burning bush, because it looks like it's on fire. So so yeah, maybe next time I'll be out at the park, and the leaves will be getting pretty colors, if they aren't already. I just got to figure out what I'm going to do next on my channel. It's hard to go out and buy coffee stuff, so a lot of that stuff's expensive. I'm going to have to put this camera up on my table here because it keeps shaking.
Crimson maple's beautiful.
Yeah. All those leaves are beautiful until you got to rake them out. And we can't burn around here, so unless you live on the edge, further out on the edge of town, then they can burn. There's a guy down the street from me. He burns all the time. I don't think he burns his leaves, but he's burning sticks and all that stuff. And all that stuff I got in my backyard, he asked me if he could have it. I said, you could take as much as you want. Eventually, I'm going to get out there and start burning it as well. So I'm just waiting for the weather to change and not to be so windy, because I think it's supposed to be a little windy today. So, and I think Debbie wanted to go to Aldi today, so we'll probably end up doing that. And other than that, I'm not going to do a whole lot outside the house. I just got to do a lot of cleaning like I normally do on a Saturday. I actually haven't been watching a lot of YouTube lately because I've just been kind of bored of it. And I started watching Dragon Slayer. Actually, I started watching. I've already seen the first 2 episodes of Dragon Slayer. I'm not much of a anime person, but I kind of got into Dragon Slayer, so I've been watching that. And when Drew's was live yesterday, and they were showing all that Dragon Slayer on the bottom part of where he was at, I automatically knew what it was because I just started watching that. So, but I haven't been watching his channel much lately, and I've been trying to stay away from a lot of people's channels for a while and figure out my own stuff. Foundation series is pretty good. You know, I'll tell you one thing I like to watch is that Squid Games. I seen that on Netflix, and I thought, you know, I'm gonna check that out. And I did watch the trailers on it. It's just basically people who have a lot of debt that they can't pay back, and they get invited to these Squid Games that are basically, if you don't follow the rules exactly, you're going to die. So you got to be the sole survivor to get the amount of money that they're offering you to pay your debt back. It's going to be quite interesting. So it seems like Netflix is trying to come out with more things for people to watch. And let's split this screen, because I don't really watch much of Netflix either. Well, yeah. There's some of these apps, they won't split screen. Apparently Netflix is one of them. And they've actually been showing a lot of like Asian love things on there, like this here. And which I've never seen none of this stuff coming up. Actually, Demon Slayer, not Dragon Slayer. And of course, I got this one called Eternal Love. I don't know why all of a sudden they're popping these things up for me to watch. And I'll check it out, see if it's any good. And of course, I got that Kim's Convenience on my list, and I still haven't watched it yet. So there's just a lot of things that I want to watch it, but I just feel like I don't have enough time to watch it. I used to watch the crap out of Netflix, and I kind of stopped doing it. Let's get back onto this. Here, I'm going to click out of there. Click onto this. See how far behind I am. Yeah, I want to see that new Dune movie. So I don't know if that's just going to be a theater thing, but I want to see it. We do have Disney Plus. My son pays for that, And I was watching that for a little while, and then I quit watching it. And there's still some things on there that I want to see. And I just feel like I just don't have enough time to watch anything. You're making her do that.
We weren't talking.
It don't matter.
We want you to hurry.
Anybody want a dog?
No, we didn't give up my baby. Come on, my baby.
All she does is shed. Saw it, loved it, hated it.
Little baby.
A love-hate movie, huh? Yeah, it's probably not as good as the original. Really? Is that what you're going to do on my bed, is sneeze all over it? Now I got to wash my blanket. Thank you. You did it. Jenny doesn't want to get off the bed now. You'll just have to open up that door. Now, hold on, folks. I got to get this dog off the bed before she breaks her legs. Come here, you. All right. Now she probably thinks somebody's at the door. Really? Well, probably the cinematography is probably a lot better than the original. I still like to own the original, though. It's still a good movie. Is it a theater thing, or is it something that's on, like, Netflix or something like that? Because I just see pictures of it coming out, so... You know, I still tried to find your emoji thing on your channel, and I still can't find it. Even when I drop down to the description thing when you're live or whatever, it still doesn't pop up. So I'm like, okay. Because I was going to join your emoji club, but I just couldn't find the link to it, so... The funny thing is I don't know how I get these things, but they keep sending me these magazines to order stuff. So I got this one here. I'm thinking, why are you sending me king size magazines? Because I'm not that big of a person, you know. I did order something off of this company for Debbie. She wanted a pair of shoes that she saw, and that's probably why they're sending me this. And then I got this one here in the mail, and I'm like, never heard of that place before. They got some pretty cool stuff in there, though. Expensive stuff, but it's pretty cool stuff. And she was getting these, and then all of a sudden they started sending them to me, and I've never ordered anything off of these. They must be like parent companies or whatever from when you order something, like when I ordered something from the Feel Good store. And of course, I've never ordered anything off of them, and here I am getting something off of them, and they got some pretty cool stuff in there. I think I got, what did I get Debbie? If I can find them shoes. Yeah, there they are. So she wanted those right there, so I got those for her. I think they're that color even. About $50 some for those. There should be a button just to the left of the subscribe button. Okay, next I'll look at it and see if it's there. So, yeah. Hey, I'll send all these to you, and then she can order from them. I'm sure Debbie wants to order all that stuff, and I won't let her do it. So, I'm not that rich. Maybe I'm going to win the lottery, and then I'll hand her millions of dollars. Say, here, it's up to you what you do with it. No. But I had to buy a new cord for my iPad because the one I had went to crap. It was one of those braided ones, which actually I paid, let me see here. I got this one here at AT&T when I was still with them, and it's braided, and so far so good on that one. It's a 4.5 foot cord, which I use on my phone, sometimes on the tablet. And then I bought another one. I got this at Walgreens. This is about a 3 foot one here, and it's just your regular white cord that you would normally get with your iPad or phone or whatever. And because I didn't want anything long, because I do have a 6 foot cord, and I hate this cord. This is a 6 foot cord. I think I paid $20 some for that, and it takes forever for things to charge when it's your cord's really long. So, and then with this phone, they give you one that's not USB. It's like a, I don't know what they call that, C something, I don't know. And I don't even know how to even use that. It's supposed to be faster than these cords, but where do I plug in the other end after I plug it into my phone? And I don't know where the other end gets plugged into. So I'll have to research that and find out what I could use to use that cord. I don't even think I have anything in my bag of tricks. I use my Crown Royal bag for all my stuff. Let's see if I can find the... Yeah, I don't even think I have it in there. So here's my box. Mine's blue. They had blue and they had gold, rose gold. I chose the blue one. So there's your normal end that you would plug into your phone. And then the other end is like that. I don't know what they call this thing. Oh, look, it comes with a sticker. I didn't see that. I think every one of them comes with a sticker. I'm gonna have to put my glasses on. I can't see the... Yeah, well, anyway. And these stupid things, I got about 4 of those. Probably more than 4 of them. And actually, this one came with 2 of them, unless the guy accidentally put this one in there, because there was one sitting in the box. He might have accidentally put it in there. Thanks. But I love this phone. It's the greatest phone I ever bought. It better be good for $1,000. The USB-C. Yeah, so that's what the new ones are. The new charge cord for these is the USB-C. But I don't know where to plug that end into, so... Yeah, my old computer, I have an old computer, and I don't know if that will take that or not, so I have to look. And eventually down the road, I want to get that new iMac laptop computer that's like, yeah, like $3,800 for that thing. I forgot to put this cord back in here. So yeah, that's the new chart. Actually, when I went to AT&T to get that one, he asked me, he says, well, which cord do you need? And I said, well, I looked at him and I said, well, I need this one. Oh, okay. I didn't know they took two different ones. Shows you how far out I am. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Europe is telling Apple that's how they want it done in their country. They will not, I think they told Apple they will not accept the phone that has a USB port to it. You know, your normal USB, because they wanted that USB-C, and it kind of pissed off Apple. So maybe they just finally said, fine, we'll just do that with everybody. But I can't plug it into that thing because that's a different adapter. So now I'm going to have to find an adapter if I want to use that. He told me that it charges that phone faster by using that. So once I find the adapter to plug in my wall, and we'll check it out and see how much faster it is. I'm assuming this phone will also use one of those chargers that you can just set your phone on top of there and it charges. I didn't ask him that, but I'm sure it probably does, because I know after iPhone 8 they were supposed to, you can just set them on top of a charger and it charges them. Yeah, see, this shows you how much what I know. I just want a good fast phone with a lot of memory. This got 256 gig on it. And this guy at work, he was saying, boy, that's nothing. Mine's like 1 terabyte or 2 terabyte. And I'm like, well, I can't afford one of those. So, you know, this was enough for me. It's better than this phone here, which only has 32 gig on it. Now I got one that's got 256. And then that iPhone 7 that I got, it's only got 128 on it. So, and then I broke the screen on it again. Actually, not the screen. I broke the ribbon on it again, trying to fix it, and I was trying to be as careful as I possibly can. Well, the ribbon on this one wasn't pre-bent, so it was sticking way down, and I had to take the metal backing off of the old screen, and I had to bend that over and then put that metal backing on there and screw that on, and somehow that same wire that I broke before snapped in a different place, and I didn't see it. And I even ordered a new home button, thinking that the home button wasn't working. Well, it's because that cable broke. And I was like, good God, there's another $20 down the freaking tubes. Well, you tell them that they were in the Tribune, the old Chicago Bears. You can see that right there. When they used to be the Decatur Staleys, and they won their very first, actually they lost, let's see, the last NFL game in Decatur was 100 years ago. So they started in my town as the Decatur Staleys. They won their last game at 14-0, and then they moved to Chicago after that. They played at Wrigley Field until their stadium was built. And yeah. Well, good morning, Alexa. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well back in the country that you were. I don't know why you went back there and not instead of staying where in the Philippines, but you know, whatever. Yeah, I so far I love this phone. So, and when I did my last video, I did it in cinematic mode. So really everything on this side of the phone, on each side, here and there, was kind of blurry. And I put that bottle, well, I had the bottle here and it was blurry. So I had to move it here, and I guess that's cinematic mode. So everything in the center is clear. And but I was just testing out different things on the phone and checking out cinematic mode and all that stuff. So, but I got to take these off because it's all blurry being that close. Well, good morning, Che. Haven't seen you in a long time either. Yeah, I tried to be on here a lot earlier than I normally am. So I've been on for almost an hour, and too funny. So I had to tell him why I'm watching you, etc. You had him at Bears. There's a Chicago Bears clock in his office where things to till you put them away. Oh, well, you know. I have a Chicago Cubs clock up there, but it doesn't work. My son bought it and it never did work. So I got to go to Hobby Lobby and buy a new clock for it. So, yeah. But I'm glad you two showed up. And I haven't seen neither one of you in a long time. And but yeah, you know, we're doing okay. You know, we're surviving. We've already been vaccinated and thinking about doing the booster shot and getting that done and over with. And listen to everybody whine and complain about getting their first shot. And it's just get it, you know, get it over with, make people happy, and especially if you want to travel. So you're not going to go anywhere if you don't travel. So yeah, I had put, this one wasn't a battery issue. I just think it's just a bad clock. It's brand new. I can't remember where he bought it at, but I know it just sits on my wall, and it's stuck on 850. That's where it's stuck at. Yes, both of us are fully vaccinated, and I think you have to make an appointment to do the booster. So I have to make that appointment because she's more susceptible to coming down with it than me because of all her illnesses. So, and because of my job, that's the only reason why I would get the booster, because I work at that pharmaceutical company. So, yeah, as long as you're fully vaccinated, I don't think they're looking at the booster thing so much, but you know, I think they just finally approved Moderna to be boosted, and because we were just going to go ahead and get the Pfizer for the booster, because we got the Moderna shot, and they said now it's okay to start getting different things, because I've seen other people doing different shots, and they're fine. So, but one of my sons is vaccinated and the other one isn't. He said he doesn't trust it. So, but my wife's going to work on him getting it. So he just got done doing some stress tests a week ago, and he's got a heart monitor put on him right now. And I don't know why. Well, when he was born with a hole in his heart, and he's always complaining about having chest pains, but I think a lot of that's due to GERD. So he's inherited that from me. And so he's getting that all checked out. And he was actually supposed to have a colonoscopy done on the 20th, but this heart thing trumped that because they wanted him to take care of that stuff first. And so he doesn't get a colonoscopy done until next month. And Yeah, I can understand that over there in Japan about being full. But yeah, anytime you do any kind of procedure at the hospital, you got to go get a COVID test. So they told him that if he doesn't get a phone call, then he doesn't have it. So they didn't call him, so he doesn't have it. He's the only one who's had the test done twice. So when this whole thing started, he wasn't feeling well. So I had to take him to this place, and this was when everybody was really freaking out over it and all that stuff. So I had to go stay sitting out in my truck. And the doctor came out and got him. He had to change his mask because they didn't like the mask he was wearing. So they gave him a new mask. And they took him in there. And I think he was in there for a good hour. And so they did the nose swab and all that stuff. And he came back out. And I don't know if they told him right there and then that he didn't have it or he had to wait. I can't remember. It's been a while. So, but he didn't have it, and which I knew he didn't have it because he doesn't go around anybody. So, so now and then he had it done, like, I think 2 weeks ago, and he still doesn't have it because he doesn't go around anybody. So he just mainly stays home and so yeah. That's what I said. He doesn't have it. And didn't have it. So it's crazy because I could see, I don't know if you guys could see the chat right there, but I could see the chat. See, now you can see that your names are in different colors. So there's pink. You weren't pink in the beginning, so now you're pink. And Debbie's like a light green. Hey, Hazy Cheesy, how you doing? I didn't know how long I was going to live stream today, so I'm just on here messing around, and that's annoying. What, this right here? You're saying that's annoying? I don't know how to get rid of off of there, so you're going to have to watch it. So I'm afraid to go poking around up here and then end up losing the live stream. So still blue on your screen. Okay, well, yeah, it's blue on. See, I have it on both, so I'm watching this on my iPad. So as you can see, you're blue on one side, and then you can see that you're probably seeing the same thing that I'm seeing on my iPad. So, but I have to read everything on here because I can't see it on that. But I figured I'd just stay on here for as long as whatever, and maybe more and more people show up. But even though I got much to talk about. But, you know, if you didn't hear me say it earlier, but I got a business name. So there's my certificate right there. Pinkfish Studios presents. It has to be published 3 times in the paper. Once the 3rd time goes in, then the newspaper contacts the county clerk. The county clerk makes up my certificate and then sends it to me. So there's the publication right there, and I'll read it to you, or what it says. It says, assume name publication notice. Public notice is hereby given that on Thursday, September 30th, 2021, a certificate was filed in the office of the county clerk of Macon County, Illinois, setting forth the names and the post office addresses of all the persons owning, conducting, and transacting the business known as Pinkfish Studios Presents. So I don't know how many times it's been put in the paper. It's supposed to be put in there 3 times because I don't know how often this paper comes out. I didn't know where to buy it until Debbie got on Facebook and asked somebody and they said it was at a certain gas station, so I went there yesterday and got it. So, but I got a lot of things happening, and I do have a Facebook account. Again, it's under my name, John McKee, and nobody's asked to join it or anything. It's just for my YouTube account, nothing else. I don't post anything else on there except for stuff from John McKee's World Network. So it's up to you if you want to join that. And then I did change my Instagram name. It went from Drummond Motion 2 to John_McKees_World_Network. I don't know why they made me put the _, but they did. So well, my business is only for my YouTube channel, and that's all it's for. So eventually I will get my store going, and I did this for the simple fact that I don't want somebody to steal what I call my business name. So eventually I'm going to get this copyrighted, and I've been looking into that. So once that's done, once I got it copyrighted, then you'll see that little circle with a C in there, and my Pinkfish Studios Presents will be copyrighted. So if anybody tries to steal my name, then you're in big trouble. So, but yeah, that's basically what I'm doing it for. And when I was going through Teespring, I found out the only way that I can link my YouTube channel to Teespring is if I'm monetized. I didn't know that they were doing it like that. So I just thought anybody could get on there and put their logos on stuff and sell it. Yeah, it's going to be copyrighted. There is two different ways. There's trademark and there's copyrighted. So it's going to be copyrighted. And I think there's a little bit more paperwork and steps to trademark. So, so right now it's just going to be copyrighted. I could probably trademark it as well, but it's going to take a lot more steps to do that. But yeah, I mean, I was gonna have an apron with Debbie's logo on there, and Teespring doesn't offer aprons unless maybe you have to sell so much, and then they offer you more stuff. So when I got on there, aprons wasn't even a mention on that thing. So which I think is kind of stupid if they do it that way. But I can also go through other companies, but I have to pay them a certain amount of money to even get it started. So I might even do that even. And I'm going to have two different ways of doing stickers. So I'm going to go through a company they've been showing me on Instagram and order stickers that way. And then I'm going to do the sticker thing through Teespring and do it that way too. So, but right now I've been kind of changing my logo a little bit. So I was looking for a custom apron yesterday. I'll say, yeah, because I know Night Rider's gal is looking for aprons. So I think Drew did one on aprons, and I think she ordered one. So because she kept saying, I want an apron, I want an apron. So Debbie wants an apron as well. So I'll have to look at other companies and see if they offer that, and get her logo put on an apron. And so if people want to buy that, then they can get that as well. But her last video, I was not in the mood to record. And so I told her, in fact, I didn't even have a shirt on. So I had to finally go up and get a shirt on because she started recording before I could do that. I said, you just show my hands, don't show me. And I was kind of in a mood. I was actually tired as well because I had painted all day and did some other stuff, and I wasn't really in the mood to cook, even though I said I was going to come home and fry up chicken, and that was the first time I did it, and it was really good. Everybody liked it. So, and in fact, I got some more chicken in the freezer that I got to get thawed out, and I'm going to do it again. In fact, this time, if I film it again, I'm going to use a different breading than what she had made up. And I probably should have had her write down what she had put together and then put it in the description, and I didn't do it. But, you know, like I said, I was in a mood that day and didn't want to be filmed, and I tried my best to edit that film. But I'll tell you what, this camera does some neat photos. I'm going to take it off of my off of here, and I'm going to show you a photo I did on here. It's really cool what this thing can do. If I can find it here now. And I'll tell you what, I had paint on my glasses, and this is one of the photos that thing can do. So it can black out the background and just take a picture of you. And there's another photo right there. It's pretty funny. And then I did one a little closer. So I could have put those on Facebook, but I didn't do it. So, but you can. So yeah, that's in portrait mode, and but that's what that phone can do now. You can put it in portrait. But I'll tell you what, I tried to do that with this right here. I was going to try and take that picture and then put it in. Do it the same way, but it can tell whether you're using an object or if you're using your face, and it wouldn't do it on an object. The thing is smart, I'll tell you that. It's very, very smart. But that was done in portrait mode as well. So, but as you can see, I can do, this is iOS 15, so I can do split. And I love that, but not all apps will do the split. So, I'm so happy about this phone, about iOS 15 doing a split screen on my tablet. So it's really cool. But yeah, I took that thing, and I was like this, and I was moving it out of the way, and it was funny because it kept flashing right here when I was doing that. And but yeah, it knows the difference between a human and an object, and it will not do that to an object. It only will do that to a human face. It's crazy. I don't know how they fixed it to do that, but yeah. But I'll tell you what, it shows every little detail on your skin and so on and so forth. So it's crazy. Well, good morning, Glory in Food. It's been a while since I've seen you. I watch your channel every once in a while. I may not comment, but I do watch it. I'm doing wonderful today. I hope you're doing great. I watch all the, even though I got that right there, I have a hard time seeing it because, and you can see it on there, it's with this color background. This is like a mint green color. And I guess I could hang a dark blanket or something up there behind me, and then I could see that perfect, and then I won't have to use my tablet anymore. So, well, good. I'm glad you did. You know what? I'm still learning on it too. So it's starting to do new things on here. And or maybe it could be this new phone that I have that's showing different things. But I think they're doing new things on Prism, and it's, yeah, I don't get some of it, but yeah, this stuff right here is all new, and you can choose what color you want to do and all that stuff. And yeah, so it looks like everybody's in a different color. So, you know, you're yellow, and then actually hers is changing color too, because it was blue. Now it's like a bluish green color. And so, you know, now Debbie's pink. So yeah, it does everybody different for some reason. Well, I'm glad you're a lot better now. So yeah, see, everybody's changing the color on there. So, no, I mean, you're not changing it, but, you know, the application's changing the color. So it is kind of neat, I guess. But you get to choose how you want it to look. So, and last time I used this, I was going to do that, and then I changed it. I took it off. I said, nah, I'm not going to do that. So, but I thought, well, this time I think I'm going to try and do it. In fact, it was supposed to, and I don't know if it did. It was supposed to actually show my intro, and I don't think it did. I'm afraid to get on here and start poking on things, and then I screw up the whole stream. So, but it was supposed to show different things. I know darn well if I get on there and start moving things around, then I'm going to screw it up. So, but I hope I get this store going, and I hope I can figure out what I'm going to do on YouTube to make people watch me more, and start up my own community, as you will. And yeah, you are right. It will screw up. It seems like everything screws up on me when I'm doing something, especially when I'm away from Wi-Fi. So I'll just sit here and let it do its thing. So I'm sure my coffee's probably cold, so I don't drink much cold coffee. If it's in a can out of a machine, I'll drink it like that. But once my hot coffee gets cold, then I don't like the taste of it. So yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy the ride. You know what? I don't know, to be honest with you. I really, really don't know how I did that. Because it wasn't doing that at first, and then all of a sudden it did. Because I switched my camera. So I came up here to show the dog earlier, and that button right there to show you, because that's what's in front of me. That's my work clothes right there. And that's all Debbie's necklaces that she's got up on the wall. So after doing that, in fact, I can do this. Boop. Look, see there, this is my bedroom right there. And then close up. Wow, that's really close. So we'll go back to that, and we'll back around. So yeah, I don't know how I did that, because as soon as I did that, all of a sudden this appeared. I don't know. She forgot her glass. Well, I'm not bringing it down to you, so. Yeah. Okay, I'm done. I'm not touching it anymore. Yeah, every time I live stream or something, I always screw something up, and yeah. So that, you know, if you don't know, this is the iPhone 13 Pro that I'm using to do this live stream. And yeah, I love this phone so far, and it's the greatest thing for the money. And Yeah, I got 24 payments to make on this unless I come up with the money and pay it off right. So, but it will help my credit by making payments on there. So I get regular emails from all these credit places telling me, hey, your score went up, or you're doing good, and so on and so forth. And I'm like, well, thanks. I'm trying. But I had planned on getting a business account once all this comes about. And so that way I can just put all the money that I do make into that business account, and it will stay there until I really need it, and so on and so forth. And so, yeah, there's all kinds of options to do on where to make a clothing line. So, but you got to have that money to start out. So, you have a great evening, because I think it's evening there. So, you take care, guy. But it's only supposed to hit in the 50s today, Fahrenheit wise, and I don't know what that is, Celsius. And well, I went from an iPhone 6 to a 13, so, and yeah, it's phenomenal what they can do with phones today. And this is the first phone that I've had, iPhone-wise, Apple-wise, that doesn't have a home button. Because this is my old phone, which, as you can see, it's got that home button on there, and I'm used to that. So I had to ask that guy. I said, well, since this doesn't have a home button, how do I do it? And then he showed me. I'm like, that's easy. I don't know why I was so worried about it. Yeah, well, I'm totally happy with it. So, plus I'm off my Xfinity Wi-Fi, so that's another reason why everything is great. So if I was running off the towers somewhere, you'd still get good quality picture, but it may start jumping and cutting out. So yeah. Now, let's see what my temperature is today, or right now. So the temperature went up to 48 degrees Fahrenheit. It's supposed to be 57 today. So, like I said, I don't know what that is Celsius-wise. So, and if you haven't hit that like button, please do so. Hopefully it will help my channel out and show YouTube that I mean business. But I'll tell you what they did do for me, which I'm happy about. When you go to my channel and you go to the community tab, you can now see things that I would post, that person would post on the community tab. So now I have that option. I don't know if it's just something they're going to start giving everybody, or it's because I'm where I am on my channel. So I'm happy that they gave me a community tab on there, and I can start posting stuff on there. So 10C equals 50F. One of these days I'm going to learn all that stuff, so I can just say, hey, you know, it's 50 degrees Fahrenheit, which is so-and-so Celsius, and they don't teach you that stuff in American schools. At least not when I was in it. But I got to figure stuff out still. I'm getting there. And no more food reviews unless I decide to do it. And if I do it, it'll just be under the John McKee's World name, and not just a food review. Unless I'm doing a coffee review, and then it will be under the coffee thing. So, yeah, I got Google. Well, usually I will just go to my app once it loads here, And I can change it, if it will drop down, to Celsius. And it's 9 degrees Celsius here right now. Yay! Because I'm that old. That's funny. Let's see, where we're October. In 3 months, I will be 54. And hope to retire soon. I think I want to retire before retirement age, because I'm feeling those pains in my body. I went to bed last night, and after doing all the work that I did in that basement, my hands were killing me, and my back hurts because I'm up and down a ladder, and I'm doing this with the paint roller, and yeah, well, you could say that, but when I was a little kid, when somebody told me they were in their 50s, I thought you were old as F. So, yeah. Of course, my son, he's 24, and he thinks he's 80. So, oh, I can't move. My knees hurt. That's because you don't get out and move. I'm wearing my Star Wars shirt. I don't know if you can see that. This is my Star Wars shirt. I actually bought this at Bergner's before they closed down, when they were having their going out of business sale. I think I paid maybe, I don't know, $10 for it or something. It's actually really thin, so it's a summer shirt. It's not definitely for winter. But I'm sure I'll figure out what I'm going to do on my channel, and create more people and all that stuff. So, yeah, I don't want to overwork myself and end up in a wheelchair, and because my feet hurt all the time, my legs hurt, and yeah, I'll tell you what, when I hit 42, that's when everything started going downhill. I'm in pain all the time, and I don't move as fast as I used to, and I thought, wow, if I'm like this at 42, what am I going to be at 52? So now I'm just tired all the time. I just want to sleep, which I try not to do that, because I don't want to sleep my life away. But folks, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and go, and I got to work on my laundry and start cleaning that bathroom up, and I appreciate each and every one of you showing up, and even the ones that I haven't seen in my channel before, and I'll continue to watch your stuff, and I may or may not comment, so, but I am watching, and but I appreciate all my subscribers, and I hope I hit that 1,000 mark soon, and start getting this whole thing going. So, but until next time, I will catch you on the flip side.